Hello out there in internet land. I'm Rodney Thompson, a senior designer here at Wizards of the Coast for Dungeons & Dragons, and today we're going to be live streaming a little bit more of the Rise of Tiamat adventure. For those of you who have tuned in before, this is the third session of the live stream. The previous two sessions are actually available on YouTube, so if you want to hop on YouTube and check those out after the live stream, please feel free to do so. I'm going to go around the table and let everybody introduce themselves. We are joined by a new player today and a player returning from the grave or perhaps the sickbed. And so I'll go ahead and do as I usually do and start on my left with Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom Wilson. I don't know where camera one is.
You're over there.
You're over there. You're on camera over there.
I am also a designer on D&D. I focus primarily on our digital projects, and I'm playing a tiefling warlock named Myketh, who also goes by the name Longing.
I'm Liz Leo, and I'm a graphic designer in Magic R&D. I'm playing Nell, who is a halfling ranger who killed 2 trolls last time, and it was very badass.
I am Bree Heiss, and I am the new person. I am a graphic designer for Caps, and I am playing half-elf sorcerer named Bumblepack Vandalquack. Bumble for short.
No way, I'm calling you by your full name the whole
Bumblepack
time.
Vandalquack of the Red River Vandalquacks.
Vanderquack.
Alright, I'm not using that whole name because I already can't remember.
All or nothing.
I'm Chris Dupuy. I'm one of the game designers over on D&D, and I am playing Gimbal Grub, a rock gnome paladin.
I'm Josh Dillard. I'm a business analyst in game support. I'm playing Davian Songsteel,
So,
paladin.
as I cut Josh off,
Yeah.
sorry, you haven't been here. We weren't here the last one because you
I
were.
was on vacation.
Oh, you weren't plague-ridden. You were on
not
vacation.
plague-ridden.
Okay, all right.
In the Caribbean.
So, previously in the Tyranny of Dragons campaign, at the behest of your benefactors in the city of Waterdeep, you boarded a longship captained by Larusta Halfface and traveled north to the Sea of Moving Ice in search of the tiefling wizard Myketh the Crimson. Myketh is a member of the Host Tower of the Arcane and is believed to be in possession of unique information regarding the Drakhorn, an artifact of draconic power whose effects were felt all along the Sword Coast. Upon arriving at the glacier lair of the dragon Arathator, you encountered a band of local natives known as the Ice Hunters, who greeted you somewhat less cordially than you had hoped. After a failed first meeting, you decided to wait until nightfall to sneak past the tribe, finding your way into the interior of the glacier through a secret entrance in one of the buildings in the tribe's village. Once inside the glacier, you found an ice chute leading deep into the underbelly of the icy dungeon, where you engaged in a fight with a pair of scrags, aquatic trolls in the service of the White Dragon. Thanks to some badass heroics from Nell and a curious lack of fire magic from Myketh, you defeated the trolls and barely managed to escape from the White Dragon as it swooped by. Once again ascending the icy chute, you found your way into what appeared to be the White Dragon's trophy room, where you took shelter within the hulk of a longship, seeking to recover from your wounds. Your rest was interrupted, however, by the appearance of several large, croaking creatures. Large, croaking creatures. Yeah. So, as you recall, you guys had managed to finish a short rest, and were working on taking a longer rest in order to recover spells and whatnot, when the mysterious croaking sound came down the hallway and startled Gimbal Grub, who was on watch, and caused him to wake the rest of you guys up. As you're all sort of groggily pulling yourself out of sleep, you notice that there are several dark shapes that are moving in the entrance to this cavern area. Like, if I can once again paint the scene, it's sort of a larger cavern area that's filled with a sort of thin mist. There are frozen creatures that are sort of frozen in like statue poses, dotting this entire room. And there's the big longship that is loaded in the back where you guys are resting. In the middle of the deck of the longship, as you recall, was a large treasure chest overflowing with coins and gems.
No touchy.
Yeah. So from where you guys are, you're inside the longship, you're kind of up on the deck taking your rest, and you can see that these shapes are moving in through the entrance, and so right now they're just sort of shadowy lumps in the fog, but they're all croaking. However, there is one more piece of movement that kind of startles all of you. Off to one side, there was a lump that you assumed was like a statue that had been knocked over or whatever, and it was covered in snow. Well, the snow puffs off of that, and you see a humanoid figure rising up out of it. And Bree, why don't you go ahead and describe your character?
Oh, I'm so sleepy. So Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. I was adventuring with another band, and I'm the only survivor, and needed to hunker down after that very heart-wrenching battle, and thought a good pile of snow would do me good. I'm a gentleman, been a little bit scruffy around the edges, and what more do you want to know?
Oh, that's good. I just want to give you a chance to introduce your character sort of visually to the rest of the group. So, all of you guys see this these shapes moving in through the entrance. You see this sort of rough and scruffy, I believe is how you described him, gentleman emerging from the snow and sort of staggering to his feet. Obviously has the look of an adventurer who has seen some rough times about him, but that sort of like is one surprise off to the side. The figures approaching from the entrance to the cave, they're kind of moving in slowly, and they're moving kind of jerkily. And then that's when you realize that they're actually hopping. These are large toads, and they're basically, almost human-sized, but sort of short and squat. Big toads with like blue skin, and they're kind of hopping in very slowly and emitting these deep croaks. There's about 8 of them.
Like on all fours hopping?
Yes, hopping on all fours, and there's about 8 of
Is it
them.
like, they're like icy?
Like ice frogs.
Ice toads?
Maybe.
They are blue colored, and they are these sort of big bug eyes, and they
Snows.
look all across you guys. It's not difficult to see that there's one thing that's a little weird about them. There are several of them that have equipment. Like one of them has effectively a backpack on its back, and you see that it's got sheafs of paper and things like that sticking out of it. And there's another one who looks to have basically dangling around its neck an inkwell that is about yay big, actually.
I think they're people.
Dollar for O's.
And so they all kind of hop in, and when they see you're standing up, and all of you have obviously roused as well, they kind of stop.
Shh, nobody move.
And they just sort of look over all of you.
Well,
Maybe
are we
they
not?
don't see us.
Weren't we like hidden on the boat?
Yeah, but I mean, he was keeping watch, and you've all been sort of startled awake at this point.
DM magic, they see us.
It's
Okay.
also a long ship, not like a big sailing
Okay.
vessel,
Yeah,
right?
so-
So it's pretty low to the ground. There's not really any way for you to hide above decks. So basically, they've spotted at least a few of you, and obviously, Bumblepack here is busting up out of a snowy bed that he's made. So that's
Just
pretty obvious
make
as
it to a
well.
long ship.
Don't worry, guys.
Ah,
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Go on.
Ba wheat grana wheat nini bomb. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Don't-
It's gonna be amazing.
Don't keep making Transformers the movie references in an attempt to appeal to me.
It's gonna work one of these times, guys.
It worked the first time. I don't think it's going to work a second.
What languages do you
I
speak?
know him. Common, Gnomish, and Draconic.
Okay. You spout your gibberish at these toads, and there's like a long, silent moment where they just sort of blink, blink, and then 2 of them turn and look at each other, and then they turn back, and and the toad in the front croaks out and goes, "Bro," and you realize it just said the word "who" in Draconic.
I speak Draconic.
I also speak
I
Draconic.
don't speak Draconic.
I also don't speak.
So to the 2 of you guys, all you heard was this like long croak.
They're not
He's
intelligent.
hungry. Look at him.
What's the name of the dragon?
You're the one you said you got this.
What's the name of the dragon?
We're out the door.
In Draconic, I will say, hello, friends of Herothador. And bow.
So close, but not as
Stop.
close. Arathator.
Arathator.
That's what it is. I can't
Arathator.
spell
No,
it,
Liz,
so I
Liz
didn't-
said it right, actually.
It's my tongue. It's Draconic. It's just so
Yeah,
difficult
right.
to
It's
enunciate.
difficult to enunciate. Anyways, good story. But so you basically say,
Hello, friends of Herothador. Oh,
"No, that's fine.
okay.
Keep going."
And then I will bow.
Okay.
And then I will slowly start to shuffle towards the left away from them.
Okay. And so when you speak to them, there's again a long moment of silence, and they turn and kind of all look at each other. And the lead one turns back to you again, and it says, "What doing?" and again interconic.
Right.
He's talking to frogs.
I know. It's just blowing my mind right now.
Feel free to jump in.
What are we doing?
We're here taking inventory.
Oh,
That's
good
good.
idea.
In Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Taking what?
We're reviewing what is here so that we can report back if anything has been stolen. We've heard there's been adventurers in the area, and we want to take an accounting to make sure they have not stolen any of the possessions.
We're accountants.
I'm gonna cut in. Feeding Hrothator.
So you basically completely shut down his lie by jumping in and saying that you're feeding him.
We're accountants that are feeding.
And so now you're trying to salvage it. Like,
We're
feeding,
We're
feeding and
like-
accounting. That's what we do. We're combination zookeepers and accountants.
Yes.
In common, I'll point out, they seem like simple folk. Use small words.
And so they look very confused, and they eventually, between their blinks at one another, turn back to the group of you, and the lead one speaks once more, and it says, "Who reviewing for feeding what?"
We were going to take the half-elf over there to be fed to her.
Yeah.
So you were doing inventory.
Yeah, you're, all you hear is these two going like, and the toads are kind of croaking.
Points at you.
Okay.
So, and that's part of the inventory, of the
Yeah,
food.
we took
to feed.
inventory
Of the food.
of the food.
She's fresh on ice.
Speaking of which, what are you up to?
Wait,
I don't
so basically, when you say that, the lead says, "Who reviewing for?"
What's the Ice Clan chief's name?
Oh.
Notes.
See if I wrote anything down.
How's the cave?
How long have you been here for?
It's been a couple of weeks, I think.
We huddle.
Ice-
Only a
we
few
could-
days, actually.
we could say
You only been here a few days.
Ice
I'm not good at
tribe.
time.
Yeah, we say the Ice
Ice
Tribe.
Tribe.
The Ice Tribe above.
Hanging out.
Emma
We're-
Frost.
we're
sent us down here.
contractors.
Snow map was crazy.
So you would remember that the shaman's name was Bone Carver.
Bone
Oh,
carver.
Bone Carver.
Ooh, bone carver.
So you say that in eventually.
Draconic.
Okay.
Oh.
Say Bone Carver.
Their eyes all sort of widen, and there's this sort of ripple of croaks that echoes through all of them. And the leader turns around to the rest and says, "Go, go, go, go." And they turn and begin sort of slowly hopping away from you guys.
What did
Haha,
Bone
that's
Carver
right.
do to them?
Wave. Bye.
That went well.
Do they look like they're running in fear or running to alert someone else to our presence?
I'm going to let you give me a wisdom insight check to see if you can decipher the inscrutable nature of the ice toads.
I will give that a try.
They're quite inscrutable.
Inscrutable
I
ice
got a
toes. That's my
9.
next band.
Yeah, sadly, your read on their facial expressions does not quite reveal
I need to work
too
on
much
my
about it.
frog.
You can tell that they are moving in haste, though, because they kind of came in slowly, but they are leaving much more quickly.
They look sort of like scribes, though.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
They're carrying the equipment that you would assume
have to
that
swing the
scribes would
sword
carry,
at
but
them,
again,
so-
they're
Good thing to me.
giant
Is that
toad, and they have
Yeah.
big
Jingle
toad
dragon?
hands and
This is
feet
so
and
cute
everything,
looking
right?
in my head.
Yeah, they think they're people.
That's a problem for future Grimble Grub.
Are they wearing pants? Toad pants?
Unluckily,
You're gonna be
ice
so
toads
mad
are not
at
a
you
favorite
right
enemy
now.
of mine, so I cannot.
Are they giant toads?
They're pretty big. I mean, they're
people
almost
size,
human
right?
size.
But don't you get to fight giants?
Yeah, but I think that involves things that
that's
are large.
giants, not giant toads.
Right,
I'm
so
afraid.
maybe we can
Technicality,
go
a
back
technicality.
to sleep now. That was weird.
Yeah, and so
That went well.
they hop out, and you can see that they actually turn back toward the left, which is the direction that you guys came from when you originally entered this chamber.
Uh-oh.
Is that the direction that they came from? Did they come from the right?
You don't really know because they were already in the doorway when they
Okay.
when they drew your attention.
In the effort of survival, I suggest we continue our rest.
Right, well, maybe...
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry.
What was the tales
wait.
about? Do you know that?
Do you speak Draconic for any reason whatsoever?
No reason.
Okay,
Zero.
cool. Then we're great.
Yeah,
Nice
no.
to meet you.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, we totally. Nice to meet you.
We totally did not almost offer you up as a sacrifice to these ice toads. It's cool. It's cool.
No.
We are searching for a tiefling called Maquette. We were.
Hey, yeah,
What?
me too.
Oh.
What?
Well, great.
Are you from her ship?
What?
Are you from Maquette's ship?
Assuming
No.
she's searching for her, then no.
She
So
sailed up
Lisa-
here.
How
You were
did you?
searching for her?
Yeah, I was with another band of adventurers, and sadly,
They hired 2 bands of
they all
adventurers.
Wow.
died.
I say in Draconic, I think she's a spy.
Always think they're a spy.
Yeah, she's her story
Stop
doesn't check
talking
out.
whatever that toad language is.
What
Do you
is
remember?
that?
This is gonna be like the dwarf back in Luskin, isn't it?
I think he's got like a cold.
We agreed
That
to
does
never
not
speak of
sound
that
good.
again.
I'm Davian. How's it going?
I'm Bumblepeck Vandalquack. You can call me Bumble.
Nice to meet you, Bumble.
Bumble's ready to rumble.
So, where else have you?
That is the best catchphrase ever.
I'm sad I don't have a
Bumble is ready to
catchphrase.
rumble. Well, you don't need a catchphrase when you're that badass.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
I'm just bad.
Awesome.
The only reason I'm alive is because of her.
Yeah. Apparently, you did nothing. for the
I
last-
wasn't even there.
Nothing.
You drew their fire.
I was the ground that they were stomping upon.
You drew their attacks like a champ.
Yes, I did. Were you able to gain any information about her whereabouts?
Yeah.
I think that she's somewhere in this cave.
So we think she's alive.
That's good.
That's really good.
She's not one of these frozen statues.
No, we looked.
I don't
Did we-
think so.
We looked on the.
Yeah, there
the
weren't any
ones-
tieflings among them.
Okay.
No. Well, yeah, I think you definitely need some rest. I don't know why you took the first watch because I'm full.
Oh no, this is like it was
Or
like
I
4
guess-
hours in.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
4 hours in. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Everybody
You
takes
need
a
to
while.
rest a little
I
bit.
All I have is my blade.
Okay.
Would it be alright if I come with you guys?
Sure.
Sure.
Seems like a good idea.
Need some extra help?
Especially because you might have some knowledge of some areas under here that we haven't encountered yet.
Yeah.
Also, stay away from the trolls.
And that hole with the dragon in it.
Well, yeah, the hole with
Yeah,
the
the dragon feeding hole.
Yes.
Dragon. Yeah, that sounds smart.
Yep.
Dragon hole. That.
All right, so you guys are going to try and continue your long rest?
Yep.
So what, we have 4 more hours.
I put my feet up.
Okay.
Rest.
I'll take a watch because I'm at full. I'm
I think
full
I
health.
had first watch.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm pretty well rested,
first, then
y'all.
second.
If y'all
I'm
want
fine
to go to sleep.
continuing to sleep.
I completely trust her. I will sleep while she's watching. Or he.
Yeah.
I
Excuse
keep
me.
watch.
Why don't you keep watch?
I'll keep watch.
Okay, we can hang out.
Sure.
I'll sleep more. Sure, why
Getting to
not?
know
Me
All right, let's see here. So who's taking the next watch? Okay.
Two of them.
Bubble,
Oh, wait,
and
wait.
then-
Those
together.
2 are taking
Okay,
it.
the 2 of you, and then who's taking the last watch?
I already took
Just
watch.
okay. All right.
I'm just-
So Nell, I'd like you to roll a d10 for me.
D10. Where are you, D10? Okay. 10.
Oh, that's a
10.
Yeah.
Fascinating, Captain.
Roll a badass with me.
All right.
Starting off strong.
Oh,
That
no,
was
it's
good.
actually a 0. Oh.
Oh.
No, that's not work.
All right.
Don't confuse the kids at home.
What languages do you speak?
Draconic, Common, Halfling, and Giant.
Great.
Nice.
You
So
understand nothing they say.
these guys have all been resting for a while now, and you
Okay.
can tell you're getting within about an hour of wanting to, wake
Yeah.
them up and get them ready to go. But at this point, you're the only one that is up and about.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are sort of keeping your watch, your ears pick up the sound of conversation coming down the hallway, and very quickly you recognize that they're speaking in Giant.
Uh-oh.
And there's at least 2 creatures speaking in Giant that are coming down the corridor outside in the direction of the entrance of the cave that you're in.
Okay.
You can hear what they're saying because they're really not making any attempt to be quiet, and they're basically saying in Giant, Arathador said to find them. We have to find them before we can eat. And the other one's like, but I want to eat them first and then find them. Right? And so, like, you can
Totally
tell
laugh.
there's somebody or there's something in giant-like
Okay.
that is coming down the hallway that is obviously looking for you
I
guys.
simultaneously wake everyone while pulling an arrow out and readying it.
Guys, I had the weirdest dream. There was a giant arguing with another giant. It was super weird.
I just dreamed there was these giant blue toads that thought they
Right.
were people.
You guys,
What?
there's giants coming and they want to eat us.
Oh god, this didn't end well in the dream.
No. Also,
So-
I don't have any more fire arrows.
You've got a few seconds to react. What do you guys do?
Light a torch.
Yeah.
All right, so you light a torch,
Torch.
which basically precludes any ability for you guys to hide from them, given that it's a darkened chamber and you'll be holding up a beacon of light.
That's fine.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Would have liked
You remember that I
No,
got
it's
torn
It
to
is fine.
flinders in the
I just
last-
want to make sure that I'm understanding what you're doing. So you're lighting a torch.
and hide behind it.
Okay. You're drawing and knocking an arrow.
Yeah, I'm not
And
getting
you're
an
basically
arrow.
taking aim at the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the three of you?
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Go, Davian and Micah?
I want to take cover.
Okay, so you're basically going to hunker down behind the, like...
Hop off the boat.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm behind and I could then...
Coward.
Okay, so you're going to go actually back around behind
Getting
the
the high
longship
ground.
itself?
Yeah.
Like behind the longship. Okay, great.
Did we complete our long rest?
You have not.
No.
I will also knock an arrow.
Okay. Okay, great. And so you're up on the deck of the ship as well? Okay.
You should just keep sleeping. Let us take this.
Really? I roll back over.
Yeah, we got this. We got
So,
this.
Put the torch down.
a few moments later, a pair of creatures come around the corner, and you can see that they are big, tall, towering creatures. They look like they're about 9 to 10 feet tall. They look really, really similar to the scrags that you guys had fought before. However, unlike the scrags, which are sort of, they had like the stringy hair and like the sickly green-colored skin, these trolls are coming around the corner. They have like really like bright blue skin, and you can see that they're both covered in like a layer of frost, even to the point where like when they move, the frost kind of drops off of their
interesting.
bodies. But then you see like where it's falling off of their arms, it quickly freezes back over again. So obviously they're radiating some kind of cold.
These
Now-
are giants?
they're
Small.
trolls,
Or
and
They're-
trolls speak the giant language. So they're coming around the corner. You haven't really made any attempts to hide, so there's not going to be any element of surprise here. So we're going to go ahead and roll initiative because they are coming around the corner, entering the room.
Wow.
All right. All right, and Micah.
14.
Okay. And Nell?
14.
Which one of you would like to go first? It's totally up to
I'll
you
go
guys.
first, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is the giant slayer.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
And Bumbleback.
19.
19. Very nice. I'm just going to put Bumble there to save some time. Gimbal Grub.
5.
Cinco for Gimbal Grubbo.
Makes sense.
All right.
You should stare at the
And
light.
Davian.
20.
20.
Way to draw their fire.
All right, so Davian, you and Nell have your bows out and arrows knocked. You're going to be the first one to react.
Okay.
So you see two frost-covered trolls come around the corner. They have the blue skin. They're kind of side by side, like shoulder to shoulder, as they make their way through the door, entering the chamber. Just to give you a little bit of a vague idea of the layout of this room. The ship is sort of back over in this area, and then there's statues all over the place out here. So actually, the ship is a little bit wider than that, so it kind of goes out. But not back here. So the trolls are kind of coming in from here.
About how far away is that?
It is. I'll give you a little bit more precise.
Oh, I see. So there's only the one entrance into this room.
That's correct.
Well, I thought there was-
That's the best spot to set up camp. We really should have looked for another exit.
They're actually about 60 feet away.
Okay. Oh.
But they're pretty big, so you can see them, pretty easily.
I'll just lose 2 arrows.
Okay, so given the fact that they're back here behind where all the statues are, there's going to be a little bit of cover from the statues as you're firing at them.
That's fine.
All right, and I'll go ahead and take that into account when I tell you if you hit or not. Cool.
2 very poor dice rolls. Say 14 and a 9.
14 and a 9. Okay, unfortunately, both of those are going to miss. So your first shot, you fire towards the two trolls. It actually strikes one of the icy statues and deflects off, and you hear it clatter against an icy wall off one side. The other shot just goes completely over their heads, and you hear grunts of surprise come from their direction. Bumble, you actually are going to react next.
Yes. I gotta warn you guys, sometimes this spell casting thing doesn't always go as planned. The wild magic kind of has its own ideas. But usually it's kind of okay.
And you guys are like, you're telling us now?
Yeah.
Maybe go stand over there.
This is going to be great.
That being said, I will spend a sorcery point to twin my firebolt.
Okay.
And I'm making a ranged spell attack.
Okay. Are you doing 2 shots at the same one?
Nope.
Okay, 2
One
different
shot
ones.
each.
And that's,
Yeah.
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna make that math difficult for you.
No, that's fine.
Well, 14.
14 is unfortunately a miss.
Okay. And that would be 21.
That is a hit.
All right.
So your first firebolt, it burns a hole in one of the statues, and you're like,
Oh, I think I knew
Yeah.
that guy.
He's already dead.
he's already dead.
Okay.
But your second one's going to strike one of the trolls right smack dab in the chest.
All right. And it's 2d10, so 7 and 3 is 10 points of damage. Fire.
Great.
Fire damage.
10 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And if he's wearing anything flammable, this would be the time for that.
He is made
to
of
burn.
ice, it seems like, but you never know.
His frost is final.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I mean he's wearing sort of a crude loincloth, and you can see that it gets singed as it hits him, and he roars in pain. Ah, fire! Fire bad! Although if you don't speak giant, all you hear is blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
All right, Nell, you're up next.
Can I tell if these are similar to the previous type where they will heal unless they're damaged by fire?
Yeah, you have giants as a favorite,
Yeah.
you're right? Yeah,
Mhm.
you know that these are ice trolls, and that they will, in fact, regenerate unless they are hit by
Okay.
fire.
So-
Unfortunately, your
Yeah.
newfound companion
Yes.
has just laid some fire on that one, so it will not regenerate next turn.
I take a second to also let her know, awesome, keep with the fire. That makes it so they can't heal. So
Ah.
she knows that.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to shoot tiaras at, with my short bow at the one that was injured
Okay.
by fire.
Sounds great.
So, oh man, first attack is 14. What's with
That's a
14, guys? Second attack is a 24.
All right, a 24 is a hit.
All right, and I'm going to deal 5 piercing.
5. Okay,
Mhm.
got it.
Yep.
All right, so you fire an arrow and it strikes this ice troll right in the gut. He grunts, but he comes forward as though it barely harmed him at all. Micah.
Stay near me, guys. I can protect you.
I'm really rethinking taking a whole bunch of ice-based spells.
In retrospect.
In retrospect,
To go on the ice mission.
going on an ice mission, ice spells might not have been the best choice. I'm gonna go with Witch Bolt.
Okay.
So I will position myself coming around.
Okay, yeah, because you were kind of behind the ship.
I went
a
down
little bit,
here.
Yeah.
I want to come up this way, so I'm sort of off on
Okay.
this side.
And shoot your both lightning at whatever one
Yeah.
you can see there. Okay, great. And actually, you can choose either one of them because they're still pretty much in full sight.
Which was the one that got hit by fire?
Yeah, you can target that one. That's
Okay.
fine.
So just double checking, but I think that this will be a ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, that is the opposite of good. I believe I miss.
All right.
A 1.
Yes, a natural one is going to miss. So your arc of Eldritch Lightning lances out and it strikes one of the statues. And you see it throws up shards of ice and kind of creates this little cloud of frost. The ice trolls react at this point and they leap into action. The one that you firebolted is basically going to turn and charge straight at the main group that is right there at the ship. Unfortunately, it's not quite fast enough to make it in one go. So basically, let's see here. You're probably up closest to the front, right? And the rest of you guys will be back on the ship firing, or yeah, you're back basically on the deck of the ship.
I'm going to be on the back.
All right, so it's going to reach you first. So basically, this huge, lumbering, blue-skinned troll comes charging straight up towards you. The other one pauses as it sees its companion moving ahead and looks around, and it actually reaches over and wraps its arms around one of the icy statues, and you hear it give a grunt like, "Arrgh," and it uproots it. There is a shattering of ice as it basically snaps it off from the floor, and it lifts up this big, huge chunk of frozen person. And it looks like it's getting ready to huck at you guys, but that's basically all I can do.
Please no.
Gimbal
Okay.
There's a single ice troll looming above you.
There's a single ice troll looming above me, and my group is behind me on the...
I'll be advancing on my turn, so.
Okay. Alright, then, rather than do what I was thinking about doing, I will run up and engage that ice troll. This is the one that's not going to regenerate, the one that got hit by fire?
Yes, that's correct.
Alright. I will run up and attack it with my long sword.
It's right next to you, so there's no running involved.
Alright, well then
You're
that's
good.
fine. 21.
21 is a hit.
And 18.
And 18 is also a hit. So 2 slashes from your longsword.
Sorry. 21.
21 total? Okay, great. All right,
Very well.
so 2 slashes in quick succession open up big rents across its chest and stomach, and you can see that dark blue blood begins to pour out of the wounds. All right, anything else from Gimbal Grub?
Yes, I will take my torch and toss it back towards Nell.
We'll try and catch it, but I don't have any fire arrows left.
Well, you got cloth on you, right? Make some fire arrows!
Sure.
Improvise. All right, so you huck the torch back towards her.
Yep.
Onto the deck of the ship.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Catch it,
Davian.
totally.
How
You were
far
supposed to
away
catch
is the further back troll?
He moved up about 30 feet, so about 30 feet from the edge of the ship here.
Okay. I will draw my longbow
Okay,
and draw my sword and rapier and shield as
Okay.
I move forward towards him.
all right.
Kind of skirting around the outside of the other one.
Yep.
And then I will cast Compelled Duel on him.
Okay, sounds good. So he's got this big chunk of ice above his head. You're casting Compelled Duel, so if I'm not mistaken, that's a Wisdom saving
It
throw,
is.
correct? All right. Good news
But
for
he ain't too
you.
smart.
Wisdom is not where he's a Viking. However, I rolled a 14.
I think. Okay, where did I put down my spell?
Is it on your spell page?
Probably on the page. It is 14.
All right, so he succeeds on the save. He is not compelled to duel you, but he might be compelled to do something else.
Stupid ice troll!
How
All right.
far are you away from me?
So
you
your
into the
move-
other one?
Yeah, I want to go for the other one.
Is compelled duel an action? I can't remember.
It's a bonus action.
Okay, so you have moved.
Mhm.
You have cast compelled duel on him.
Yes.
You can still take your action if you'd like.
And I'm probably not close enough to stab him at this point. though.
Because you were coming around from behind,
Yeah.
you're about 10 feet away still.
Okay.
But you could, dash to move the rest of the way up or something.
Yeah, I'll dash the rest of the way.
Okay, great. Sounds
I'll
good.
get right up next to him.
Okay, sounds good. All right, that was Davian. Bumble, you have just seen your newfound companion here slash at this thing twice, and its wounds are not healing.
Oh, okay. How far are the trolls away from each other?
They're about 30 feet from each other right now.
Okay. The one that is still regenerating, I will firebolt as well.
Okay, sounds good. So you mean the one that has been wounded?
Yes.
Yes, great. Sounds good. The other one has taken no damage, so
Keep
just
on
wanna
that
make
one.
sure.
Keep on his one.
Okay.
Wait, the other one had, which one did he hit? Did
The same one that had been firebolted and
Oh,
had
okay,
been
got
shot.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right, go ahead and make your firebolt attack.
Cool. Critical failure.
All right, so a bolt of flame goes streaking past you, and you feel like a little bit of singe, and you kind of reach up and and you think that firebolt might have gotten a little close.
Sorry, a little news.
Like the arrows, not the gnome.
All right, so that was your action. What would you like to do? Would you like to move
It's
at all,
not
or
a
do you
good
want to stay
plan.
up here on the deck of the ship?
I'd like to get a little bit further away from the troll.
Okay,
Maybe
so
set you
you
on fire
can basically
and
move back to
use
the
a
back
weapon.
part of the ship
Works
and
too.
like climb up on a railing if you'd like. It's a little narrow, so if you get hit or something, you might find yourself tumbling off. But for now, you're okay. All right, so that was Bumble. Nell.
One, can I try and catch the he threw the torch at me, so I'm assuming that has to resolve.
Yeah, well, so the torch basically, it landed, it just landed on the
got
deck
it.
next to you.
Cool,
I thought I had better aim than that.
If
Setting the boat on fire?
if I have cloth, how many fire arrows or like wrapping cloth could I make in a turn?
I would say that if you wanted to basically wrap some of your arrowheads in cloth, you could make, let's say 6.
Okay.
Because
Especially
you
since
basically all you're going to be doing at that point is rip, wrap, rip,
yeah.
wrap, rip,
All right.
wrap.
I'll make 6 arrows for my 6 fire arrows for my
Okay.
action.
All right. So that's basically what you do with your whole action.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Sounds
Staying on the
good.
boat, maybe like sort of kneeling down a little bit to like keep ire off of myself.
Okay.
Especially because they haven't been struck by fire yet, so
Yeah.
until they are, it's
Yeah,
not
so
gonna-
you're sort of hunkered down using the
Yeah.
railing for a little bit of cover,
Okay.
and you pull a length of cloth off of your cloak, and then just basically rip that
I
into
like that
smaller
cloak.
chunks, and then you keep wrapping those up until basically
Okay.
what you end up with is half a dozen arrows with improvised cloth wrappings on the end.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check one thing real quick. Okay.
I don't like it when you chuckle like
No,
that.
it's
Well, no,
evil.
well, that's totally innocent. What are you talking about? All right, so that was Nell's turn. Micah.
So I assume since I missed, there's no maintaining the witch.
Yeah,
firebolt,
you missed,
so-
and so it's
Okay.
not running. And now you're basically up there. You're a little ways away from the ship itself. You're
Yeah.
kind of up in the upper northeast corner there.
I think I'm just going to do 2 Eldritch Blast bolts.
Okay, go ahead. Are you shooting the one that's holding the big hunk of ice over his head, or are you shooting the one that is engaged in melee
Which
with?
is the one that's injured?
That's the one that Gimble Grub is slashing at with his sword.
Shoot at Gimble Grub.
Okay.
I mean,
It-
the ones. I don't have to run faster than them, just faster than you.
Says the person I saved in the dragon feeding hole.
I got a 20 and a 25.
Both of those are hits.
Okay.
And wood cover.
Yeah, you found some dice that work for you.
I know. Well,
Stolen off my
Like-
desk.
so that'll
So the
be
DM's
a
dice is
6 and an 11.
All right, so a total of 17 force damage.
So
Very
17,
nice.
and I will knock it 10 feet back.
Okay, so from the angle that you're at, you'd be basically pushing it down this way, away from him.
I want to push it away from him.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. So you blast this thing with eldritch energy. It strikes it, and it shoves it away from where it has been engaged with him.
Now, does each one have the ability to shove
Yes.
him back 10 feet?
Yep.
So you want me to knock him back 20 feet?
Sure.
Sure, I'll just push him back.
All right. So given the proximity to the wall over here and the angling that you're firing at, you basically blast it back away from Gimble Grove, and you see it slams into the wall over here, and then like frost and ice chunks fall off the wall down around it. And actually, a big hunk of ice falls down and strikes it on the way down. You see it opens up a big gash in its shoulder. Okay. So, Micah, you've just very impressively blasted this troll away from you, Gimble Grub, and you see this troll was looming ahead of you, and now it's like gone completely away. You can see off in the distance there's the troll that has the big hunk of ice over his head. But Nell, as you're wrapping your arrows and getting ready to fire, you kind of get everything ready, and you stick them back in your quiver, and you get up and you look like you're getting ready to knock your arrow, and that's when you see that there are wisps of smoke rising up off the boards of the deck of the ship. And the first flickers of flame are starting to spread out from the torch on the surface of the deck. Okay.
Look at me.
I thought I grabbed the torch.
You were supposed to catch it.
You gotta use two-
I did just leave it there.
You got to use two hands to wrap it up,
Yeah,
anyways.
that's true.
So, all right. So the trolls.
Plenty of fire.
Okay, so
Right.
there's
Lots
the
of fire
one,
for the
the
trolls.
one that's holding
Push them
the,
to the boat.
the one that's holding the big chunk of ice over his head. He looks like he was about to huck it, but now you are right in front of him, so he just kind of looks down and goes, puny, smash! And it's going to smash this giant stone down, or ice block down on top of you. Make an attack roll here.
Okay,
All
wait.
right.
I'd like to bend luck.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to give you a negative on your roll.
Okay, please go ahead.
D4. You have -3 to your roll.
Okay.
Wow.
So that makes me now ask you: does a 14 hit you?
No.
Would a 17 hit you?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. So You, what, a 20 hit you?
20 would have hit me, yes.
Okay, interesting. All right. Okay, so you see him raise this block up like he's going to bring it down on you, and something about the way it lifts it up above its head causes it to splinter down the middle. And as it's bringing it down on top of you, you've got a small shield, right?
Yeah.
You're basically able to lift up your shield, and it just sort of breaks right before it hits your shield, and so you're able to shelter yourself. And like these two hunks of ice go on either side of you as it shatters in his hands. He's like, "Arrgh!" And grunts in frustration. That's all it did. The other one got blasted away by you. It's 20 feet away from you. It's sort of staggering against the wall and turns and looks around. I think you're still the closest person now that Davian has run from this side of the ship. So
Bring it on.
you're too far away for it to get to. I think it is just going to actually charge up towards you.
How wide is this room?
It's pretty wide. I
I mean, like from end to end?
Probably about 200 feet.
Oh, okay, so I'm like
That's big.
really far.
Yeah,
from
you're
it.
really far away. Yeah.
Too bad it doesn't chase me to take it like 4 turns to get here.
I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah.
You stay there. I'll catch you up. Okay, so Gimblegrub, this big ice troll comes charging towards you, and it's actually just going to use its multi-attack to slash at you. So I've got. Okay, so I've got a 22 to hit
Yep.
and a 12 to hit.
Nope.
All right, so you're going to take 11 damage from one of its slashing claws, and then you're going to take, let's see here, 7 piercing damage. Is basically it slashes you with one claw that you kind of bat aside. The other one gets right up under your arm and grabs you, and he kind of lifts you up by that by your side and bites down on your opposite shoulder. So he's got like your claw here, and it's biting down here, and it kind of grabs you and goes. "Arrgh!" Like a dog with a chew toy, basically.
Ah.
All right. So that was the trolls, and
you
now it is Gimblegrub's turn.
Am I? Is it holding me or?
No, it's.
Oh,
I mean,
Bumble.
Hey Nell, when we get rich and famous, remind me to get a flaming sword. I swing twice. 24 and 15.
okay. The 24 is a hit, and actually so is the 15.
17.
Okay. Now, from your vantage point, you could see that because it was not damaged with fire damage, some of its wounds have started to heal back up. But you think that you're able to basically keep pounding on it enough that your slashes are undoing any healing that it is enduring.
Also, keep with the fire arrows anytime.
All right.
What's the smoke?
Davian.
Stab twice.
All right.
Get distracted. Stab in his general direction twice. 10 and 17.
All right, the 17 is going to hit.
Okay. 8 points of damage.
Okay, 8 points of damage on that one. All right, so you give it its first wound of the day, and it growls menacingly down at you. And you can again see there's sort of that thick blue blood pouring out of the wound you've given it.
I've got this one well distracted. Please finish up with the other one and then help.
Do you want to move or anything? Or you want to stay here fighting this guy?
I'm going to... I don't want to disengage because I don't want to take an attack. So I'll just kind of move around it a little bit closer to the... I'm already in the room though, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay, sounds good. Bumble.
How far away are the trolls from each other?
From each other. Now that he's blasted this one away, about 50 feet.
But did it come back though? To grab
Oh,
it?
it did come back,
Yeah,
right.
it did
So they're
come
about
back.
30 feet apart.
30 feet, 10 feet, meh. Okay, I will
It's all those
attempt...
finicky spells.
I know. I will attempt to twin, again, using Sorcery Point, my
Okay.
Firebolt.
Okay, great.
Alrighty.
And you're firing at the one that he is still engaged with, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, tiny D20.
Now, from where you are now, this one will not have cover from you.
Okay.
Because he is we.
That's so cute.
That is
Tiny
the tiniest
victory.
little d20.
Yeah. So that would be 23.
A 23 is a hit.
Alright. And... more. than 23.
That
25.
blows right past his AC. Unfortunately, it loops back around to a miss. I'm sorry. I think I've used that joke on a previous live stream. Anyway, so please go ahead and roll your damage.
All right.
I love that you heckle yourself.
Oh, I do have myself.
7 plus 3, 10. So 22 points of fire damage.
22 points of fire damage. Fantastic. So, your first firebolt strikes this thing full on the chest, and you see just sort of the flames wrap around it. It staggers backwards, and then your second one hits in almost the exact same spot. There is a burst of flame, and you're standing there, and just like this white hot fire erupts all over this thing, and then ashes fall to the ground. You incinerate it.
Well done, you guys.
Very good.
Thanks.
All right, so that was Bubble. Nell, you have your arrows wrapped in cloth now, and you can see the torch is still lying just a few feet from you, and now the slightly larger fire is just a few feet
Everything's
Well,
on fire.
It doesn't really look like fire is not one of my favorite enemies. But can I
from you. You
tell?
don't have favorite enemy fire.
Can I tell if this fire is worth putting out?
Can you tell if this fire is worth putting out?
Describe worth putting out.
Like,
I'm just gonna ask, what's your wisdom?
Wisdom's.
Is that your dump stat?
Like,
Should be
yeah,
pretty
I'm
good,
sort
right?
of wise. Like, it's +2. Like, or what's
What's
my?
the
Or where is
number
it?
in the
Oh,
lower
Oh,
circle?
14.
Okay, so you got a 14 wisdom. Yeah, okay. So this ship has been up here a while, obviously, and though it is covered in frost, it has obviously dried out quite a bit. Worth putting out? That's just a question of whether or not you want to keep the ship from burning, right? You do know that if you
At least take care of the
don't
minute.
take quick steps, it could get out of hand in a hurry.
How many? Would it take a whole action to put out the fire?
If you want to completely put out the fire, yes.
How about I halfway put out the fire?
You could kick the torch off of the.
Okay, I'll kick. I will light a arrow and then kick the torch off.
Okay, sure. So yeah, you basically ignite the
at
arrow.
least you gotta think
you
of
kick the torch off.
actively
The
arrows.
torch actually kind of goes sailing over your shoulder. It goes into the snow in front of you. But when you do that, you can see that there is like now a ring of fire there on the deck.
We'll deal with that eventually.
Burning ring of fire.
In another 6 seconds.
That's right.
I will then take a second arrow and get it on fire with the first arrow.
Okay.
I'll have to probably. Oh wait, no. There's fire on the ship.
Yeah,
so
you're fine. You're like,
we're
I'll
good,
just use
that's
this.
good. Just like so, and then shoot 2 arrows at the
It's just
non-ash
dancing
pile.
around.
Okay, so this one is still back in the ice
Okay.
statue
So he has
forest over
coverage.
here, so he's gonna have cover.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll take care of that.
Okay. So that's 23,
That is a hit.
and the microphone.
Denied.
It hit the
Wait.
microphone.
Wait, what race are you?
Oh, yes! I'm a halfling! I can re-roll once. Also, that microphone made me have a
Yeah,
1.
Sure,
Definitely.
Play on the microphone.
It definitely
Oh, it's the
does.
stupid controller. Yeah, I've heard that
not
one before.
natural 20.
Okay, so 20 is also a hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll just treat this as fire damage like we did last
Aw,
time.
the cards made it a 1.
Oh, yeah. This stupid table made me roll a 1. Come on.
made
me dead. This time I rolled the
But
1,
nice.
nothing happened. It was okay. So 10 flaming damage.
10 fire damage?
Fire damage,
Okay,
yeah.
great. Got it. All right, so your 2 arrows streak out, and there are little puffs of flame where it strikes the troll's body. And that brings up Micah.
So I'll continue to move away from the burning boat.
Okay?
Uh,
Seems like a wise decision.
I'm thinking maybe our new approach
both our
is like
faults.
if we set the boat on fire and it melts all the way through, we could sink the glacier.
That is like the worst science.
You think it's like a hole in the ship is going to
It'd be
cause
like a hole in the ship,
Right.
Deflate like a bubble.
And so it's going to burn all the way down, and then there's going to be like the little water spout, like
Yes,
a
the water
black
spout
cartoon.
will come back
Okay.
up, and we'll sink the dragon. That is how we will
Can we
win.
do like a MythBusters on this? Like,
Somewhere there's like I don't know, what's the scientist that studies glaciers?
Geologist?
Yeah,
Geologist.
there's probably a geologist somewhere, like
Polar
weeping,
dude.
like why? Polar geologist.
Sorry if you study glaciers.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
Alright.
We're just happy about the burning ring of fire right now.
Oh, okay, good.
Nice.
a few minutes when they hear how terrible we are about, our glacier science. Anyways, please continue.
It's a fantasy world. Physics could be different here.
That's true. That is true.
So, Eldritch Blast at the troll that's fighting.
All right.
Oh man.
Everything's on fire. We're gonna
12
melt this glacier down.
and 23.
That's a good way to do it.
The 12 is a miss, but the 23 is a
Can't
hit.
sink it. We can melt it.
No more glacier. No, you don't have a home anymore.
10.
It's fine.
10?
Then we can
Okay.
rise.
I'm sorry, 14.
14. Very nice.
14 points of damage.
All right. So that is force damage. All right. So you strike this thing with your Eldritch Blast. Are you going to push it again, or push this one, I should say?
Yeah, I'll push it. I'm going to push it closer to Gimbal.
From the angle you got, you can basically only push it away from you. So
All right,
you
push away from me.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So this troll is looming over you, and then is blasted 10 feet away by the Eldritch Blast.
See, this is why we bring spellcasters along.
I didn't argue that point.
Okay. The troll turns angrily and is now going to charge towards you. And it comes barreling towards you. And unlike when the other one attacked your companion here, it doesn't come at you like claws and teeth bared. It like comes towards you like a linebacker, like it's getting ready to attack.
Shoulder
you.
charge.
Yeah. All right. So first, it's going to make its attack. That is a 22 against your AC.
That will definitely hit.
Okay, so it basically comes charging towards you, grabs a hold of you, basically planting its massive shoulder right in your chest. And you're human, right?
Half elf.
Half elf, right? So human sized. Basically plants its huge shoulder in your chest, and it's like getting the wind knocked out of you by a freight train. Like if this thing hits you, carries you back 10 feet and slams you into one of the icy pillars.
Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Somewhat painful.
Roll these damages here. All right. It's going to be 19 bludgeoning damage. And it basically blasts you through one of these icy pillars. And you sort of land back on your back on the other side. I would also like to point out that these icy pillars that it is ripping up and blasting you through are frozen people.
Were people.
Were frozen people. Now they are a little bit on the gibbed side. Yeah.
They're cryogenics here.
Yes.
We
can
Were
thaw
they
them
being
out.
frozen for later?
Yeah.
It's
What?
magic. They'll be fine.
I love it. We're gonna melt the iceberg down, but we're gonna thaw those guys out and wake them
Yeah.
up.
Cryogenically frozen, yes.
What
Okay.
is it?
So that was that troll. There go my dice. I don't need those anyways. That was that troll. It had taken the fire damage, so it did not regenerate. Gimbal Grup, you are over basically right next to the edge of the railing of the ship, but you're on the ground.
Okay. How far away is the other one?
The two of them are now about 15 feet away from you.
Cool. While
You can see it's looming over his prone form.
while singing my "Everything's on Fire" song, I'm gonna run up. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna run up and do an awesome slide on my knees and slash the back of its legs with my longsword.
Okay. Are you trying to knock it prone?
Sure.
Is that what
Is
you're
that the
sounds like
rock
fun.
Is that what
form
you're
part
trying
of
to
you?
do here? Okay, so here's what I'm going to say.
Yep.
You can either take disadvantage to try and deal your normal damage and also be able to shove it, or you can choose to simply deal damage to it. Because basically what we'll do is we'll use the shove action here, but I'll let you combine that with a single attack.
All right. I'll do it.
What class are you?
Paladin.
Okay, here's what I'll say instead. So
Okay.
you make multiple attacks, right?
Yes.
So you can just make one slash and one shove to try and knock it prone if you want.
All right. I'll do it.
Okay, sounds good.
Slash. Woo! Crit.
Very nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a 4 and a 10. 13 damage.
13 slashing damage, very nice. Okay, and because you crit, I'm going to give you advantage on your strength check to try and shove it. Which you're going to need because it's a big boy.
14.
I got a 16. All right, so you come in and you slide and you slash at its legs, and it kind of staggers back, and you think it's about to fall, and you're like punching it in the back of the knee, right? But unfortunately, it doesn't stagger. Instead, it just sort of turns around and looks down at you.
Can I reposition myself so I'm adjacent to my ally here?
See here, you have plenty of
It was-
movement for that.
yeah.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you can move around. So the two of you are on one side of it, leaving its backside open.
At this point, it's a frantic scramble more than a
yeah,
strategic
sure. You're
movement.
scrabbling across the ground.
On
Damien.
the ice.
So, Gimblegrub has just popped up next to you.
I hop up to my feet.
Okay.
Hello, friend.
Hello.
Let's do this.
Done. Stab twice.
Okay.
That would be a 24 and a 10.
The 24 is a hit.
13 points of damage.
Very nice. Alrighty. Great. Okay, so you jab your rapier in a couple of times, and basically you're leaving these like little narrow puncture wounds in its body. But when you pull your blade out, you can see that it's slicked with blue blood. Bumble.
Alrighty. I will. Again, I know you're going to be surprised, but I'm going to firebolt him.
That seems like a plan.
Yeah.
Doing the fire
That's what's
damage
gonna
keeps you
happen.
regenerating.
Ha ha ha. Okay. 26.
26 is hit.
Alrighty. Tiny D10. Come here.
That's cute.
So cute. 2. 8 points of fire damages, and I want to go towards the hole in the deck, because next round I'll probably try and put it up.
Okay, so you move towards where the fire is spreading? Okay, great. Yeah, you jump down off the railing on the back and make your way over to the fire, but you hurl your firebolt out, and it strikes it, and you can see that, you two that are up close, you can see that when the firebolt strikes it, it sort of cauterizes the place where it's wounded, but like keeping it from sealing back together. Okay, so that was Bumble. Nell.
Since I saw I was just hit by fire, I'm going to not use one of my precious fire arrows
Okay.
and grab 2 regular arrows
Okay,
to
sounds good.
knock at it.
Mhm.
So that's 19 and 18.
Both of those are going to be hits.
Okay. And
Even
then
through the sort of, slight obscurement that you've got from the fog and then the statues you're able to.
6 and 8. 12, right? Yep. Nope, 14.
14?
damage.
Math is hard.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so your arrows
Small
strike
addition.
this troll, and you can see that both of them kind of hit it right here above the sternum, and it's kind of staggering. It looks a little bewildered, and its grunting is sort of actually becoming this sort of wet, choking sound. It's still up, but it looks like it's on its last legs. Micah.
All right, 2 more Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
Finish it.
Not good. Even worse. So I'm going to guess a 14 does not hit.
Fortunately, a 14 is a miss. So you blast a couple of chunks
Just
out
2
of
shots.
these icy statues, but are unable to
Forgot about the fire.
to strike the troll. The fire is starting to spread, and you're kind of standing there looking at the ship, and it's it's starting to spread a little bit, and now it's filling about actually like a 6-8 foot wide circle as the flames just begin to sort of slowly spread outward, and you start realizing they're obviously at one point they used something on the deck of the ship, some kind of resin or something to make it so that they can walk on the ship easily in icy conditions. That resin seems to be, maybe now that it's dried out, a little bit on the flammable side, and so like the deck of the ship is like this fire. Just you can see it very slowly expanding outward, and the smoke, which was just a few wisps originally, now actually they're like billows of smoke rising up from the deck of the ship.
Save the treasure chest.
Don't touch
No,
the
don't touch the treasure
right.
chest.
There's a treasure
The
chest?
Save
troll
the mimic.
does not regenerate. It's
It'll save
looming
itself.
above the
Yeah.
two of you. You have both heard it. So what it's going to do is it's going to attack each of you once with its claw attack.
His attack is going to be a disadvantage. I'm going to use my
So you
reaction.
protect Davian. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that one first. So my low roll is a 15.
That is a miss.
All right. So it's bringing its claw down towards you, but this shield gets interposed and it bats it away. The other claw is going to be coming at you, and unfortunately, that's only a 14, so that's going to miss. All right. So it strikes at you, clatters off your shield. It scrabbles at your armor, and it's going to make one last feeble bite at you. It's a 19. All right, so it fails to chomp down on you, and that brings up Gimblegrove.
And I will finish him. 2 attacks with my longsword. 1 is a 10.
That's a miss.
Oh, jeez. Stab myself with a 1. No, we don't have critical misses anymore.
That's right. He is not finished, unfortunately. All right, so you take a couple of slashes at him, but I mean he's still sort of big and thick-skinned, so you're unable to get through his thick flesh.
I'd kick him in the shin.
Okay, and that brings up Davian.
Let me finish it.
Yeah, go ahead.
16 and 11?
A 16 is in fact a hit.
Okay, come on.
Oh.
So modesty.
6 points of damage.
All right.
No, let me finish it.
You finish him.
All right, so you slash out at him, and basically your first attack is like this kind of wild swing because he's kind of still flailing at you. So you try and dodge the first attack, and it's this sort of wild swing. But then you step inside his defenses, and you get ready to do this really heroic jab, and it kind of turns to one side, and so the blade just kind of goes right across its stomach. Fortunately for you, instead of just being a minor nick, you actually open his stomach, and he is and falls forward into the ice right between the two of you, and you see the blue blood spreading out from underneath its body. So you have slain the other ice
Thought
troll.
they smelled bad on the outside.
Nice, good reference. However, now the deck of the ship is on fire.
I think we should get out of this room.
Yeah, it's time to get going.
Oh, I thought
We should save the mimic.
Saving the boat, maybe.
Oh, can we do that? Does anyone have...
That was our escape plan, was to use this boat.
Yell.
Was it
Burn a hole in the
Sail out
glacier?
here, and then sail away.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Sailor,
Underneath.
sailor,
We can
wait,
try
sailor.
and, I don't have anything really great at putting out
So-
fire.
No, the fire's not worth it. Get off the boat.
At this point, from where the fire started with the small torch, it's spread out to about a 5-foot radius circle, so like a
How about
10-foot
misdirect?
diameter.
Miss Ice
And
Magic.
it is it's starting to put up plumes of smoke.
Either we put this thing out now, or it's going to attract everyone in the entire
So-
glacier.
Time to go. Time to go.
Would
Time to
chill
go.
touch put it out? Because it's not like...
Chill touch wouldn't be able to do it.
Ray of Frost?
Maybe, but
I'm gonna attack it.
chances are it's probably going to spread faster than your single ray of frost would be able to do it. If you had something that could create a lot of water, or if you had something that could
Spike
create a
growth.
large amount of cold damage, something like that, I would say that might be able to do it all at once. But trying to zap little small chunks of it with a ray of frost, it's probably going to spread faster than that's going to be able to put it
They're
out.
already onto us. We need to keep moving. Time to go.
Grab the
Can
mimic.
No, do not grab the mimic.
No.
We didn't play with the mimic when it wasn't on fire. Let's not play with the fiery mimic.
I was gonna say you should grab it and see what's in there before we...
You go grab the mimic.
You
am I
sure
able
we're
to?
really actually sure it's the mimic?
I mean,
totally
it's on the
amazing.
deck of the ship, so it's spreading quickly, but not flash fire quickly.
Okay,
It's just
I'll hop up, grab the mimic, and...
okay. So you hop up and grab the treasure chest.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna the lid is open, exposing all the coins inside. You gonna just kick the lid closed, or
What all was that? It was just coins?
coins and gems.
Oh, I'm gonna go for a scoop of gems.
Okay. So you're just gonna reach in and scoop it out.
Yeah.
Okay. You reach in and scoop out a handful of coins and gems.
It's totally the dwarf and Luskin all over again, man.
It turned out fine.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, just a handful.
Just a handful of
and
gems
then
and
hop
coins.
up.
All right. And at this point, you guys are booking it out of here. Is that correct?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need
I
to.
think
The
All right.
smoke's going to fill up
So
this cavern
the
quickly.
smoke is starting to fill, and it's a big cavern, so it's going to take it a while. But you can already see that the smoke is starting to pool around the ceiling, and the fire every moment spreads a little bit further and a little bit faster. And so now, actually, as you guys are hopping down off the deck of the ship and weaving your way through the ice statues, you can kind of turn back and look, and now you can actually see the flames over the edge of the railing of the longship.
Yeah, let's just let's run out
Yeah.
of the room.
Let's.
This is going to attract everybody in the cave, though, which means the rest of the
Probably.
cave will be kind of empty.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's a
biggest
good
distraction.
distraction.
So
Good job,
the
guys.
other thing
We can then
that
assassinate the
you
dragon.
would have
I don't
probably
know
thought about by
that.
now is the fact that the dragon saw Myketh at one point, and it is likely that
Did she?
When I was coming up
Yeah.
on the...
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Like-
I forgot about that when she flew by.
it is likely that Arathator has spoken to some of his minions about you.
Oh yeah, totally. Because
we took, like,
she
7
sent
hours
the,
to rest, so-
Yeah, and she sent the
Yeah.
giants.
In
right?
fact, it's kind of
Giants.
miraculous that no one else has come to find you so far.
well, now they know where we are.
there's
They know
Yeah,
where, no,
everything's
they
on
know where we
fire.
were.
Yes.
And the giants, or the two trolls, actually were obviously looking for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Let's go in the direction that the giants came from.
Isn't there only one door?
Oh, yeah, but
There's
they-
one
they
way-
came
There's
from-
one exit, but it leads out into a hallway that arcs around from the
Okay.
outside, like on the outside.
Do you have any knowledge of this area that we might not?
I don't know, do I?
You actually will. So basically, like the hallway is like this. Right?
Oh yeah.
So you actually came in a different way from the way that these guys came in. There's actually a hut up on the surface that is just like the chieftain's hut, and you and your previous adventuring party managed to convince the chieftain to allow you to come inside by winning a contest of strength against their champion.
Our monk was not so successful.
He tried.
Oh.
He really did
You
try.
really did.
You really did. So you came in that way, and so you actually have come from up this way.
Oh, okay.
And you know that that is basically where the entrance that you came through is, in that room up there. And you had come down and explored a little bit of the interior here, but it was only actually about a day ago that your adventuring group was wiped out.
Wow, you guys didn't make it that far, did you?
No,
No.
it would seem not.
Luckily, you've upgraded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
We're mostly still
There's,
alive.
there's scare
so
quotes around
helps.
that upgraded. Anyways.
So I guess we go left.
Sounds good.
All right. So left is the way that you came from, but it leads back about 40 feet before you reach the place where you emerged from the ice chute. However, the hallway continues on beyond that. So basically, what
Yeah,
you've
look.
got
We'll go that way.
is
Yeah, the ice chute room is all covered in ice shards now
Oh yeah. I
because she
can-
breathed up into it.
Yeah.
this real quick, different scale. So you've got the exterior, the hallway kind of goes like this.
At least we know the way out now.
Yeah.
And then
Leave some
there's
breadcrumbs.
the room that you guys are just in here. There is
We
the
could leave troll bits.
Nice.
little
We got
hallway
plenty
here.
of those.
We got a lot
that
more than
goes
We got a lot of
to
ash.
where this is up here is where the
Feeding.
the chute was that leads down, and then you guys had come from this direction originally.
Okay.
You have not been off this way yet.
Guess we go that way, right?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Why did we want to go up that way?
So
This is
that-
the way, like, she can tell you,
This
or
is
he
where-
can
That's
tell
back to
you
Bone Carver.
that up here,
To the hut.
there is
Okay.
the way upward to the hut.
Okay. So yeah, let's keep going. And what? Oh yeah, because we're looking for the wizard.
My half.
All
I
right.
was like, what were we doing? It's
Okay.
not
So-
dying.
Yeah.
That too. Mostly that.
All right. Yeah. So let's go.
As we're walking, do you need some? Do either of you need some wounds cured?
Yes.
What are?
I could use a little bit, but I mean,
It's
I would
more
actually
like-
prefer to wait until it's necessary.
Okay.
We didn't complete our rest, and,
Okay.
and healing will be necessary at some point, I'm sure.
Okay.
All right, so the corridor continues for about another 60 feet before there is an opening
Two-thirds
to
of a
your
mile
left.
So I'm not totally down.
You can see that through that opening is a narrow hallway that eventually then opens up into a larger chamber, very similar to how the trophy room was a narrow corridor that opened up into a larger room. However, when you look in this one, you can see that it is basically almost completely empty. There's a little bit of icy debris in there, but otherwise there's nothing in there. However, from the entryway, you can see that there is actually another exit from that chamber. So it looks like there's a big, large, icy chamber, and then another exit to the sort of northwest. So basically, kind of what you're seeing is something like this. So you come up around. There's the corridor, large chamber, but then you can see that there is another exit off that way.
Is there another ship in this chamber?
There is not.
That's good.
What's in that chamber?
Apparently nothing.
So we go that way.
Let's go that way.
Check it out.
All right. So you pass through this empty room, and you can see that there is the corridor sort of in the northwest corner of the room. And as you head in that direction, you can see... Excuse me 1 second. Yes, okay. You can see that as you round the corner, there is another ice troll, and basically right here, this is a ramp that leads downward. There's an ice troll that is sitting up against the wall, passed out asleep.
Oh, We can pass without trace.
This is a good plan.
Okay.
We should kill him.
Oh, I was thinking fireball maybe.
Yeah, shoot him in the ear with the fire arrow.
I mean, like, I'm all for killing him, but I just know how much time we have.
Yeah, I say we just scoot by.
I think
Can
we
we
should
do that?
You guys don't have to actually whisper, by the
Oh.
way.
Oh.
You can just
No, it's cool.
Let's just assume that you're whispering.
Yeah.
The audience at home would probably appreciate
Yeah,
being
they
able
would.
to hear
Yeah.
full volume. I might
Okay.
add.
Yeah, and I just think we don't have enough time to.
I'm not super stealthy.
No, but
No.
I have a spell that allows us to.
Our ranger.
To always super stealthy.
We are silent.
Oh.
We do not leave footprints, and with every
That's
creature.
definitely good, especially given that we
Yeah.
are.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We should have been doing this the whole time.
Let's walk down that hall a little bit and then cast it and then go back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
try that.
Good
Okay.
plan.
Sure, you
Walk
can do
down
that.
the hollow bat,
All right.
and then.
So,
Okay.
if you're going to sneak past the troll, you do still have to make dexterity stealth checks, but I believe your spell gives a +10. Is that correct?
Yeah, plus 10 bonus. to
Okay, so
dexterity,
everyone go ahead and make your dexterity
Oh,
stealth
oh,
checks to
oh,
sneak past the troll. But remember the +10 from
Yep.
Nell's spell. Huh, Nell's spell.
What's your regular one?
18.
So you rolled a what now?
Hold on.
It can't be just 3. It's at least plus
I will
10.
use
Well,
my Tides
she's
of
giving you a
Chaos.
+10. Remember,
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So 13. I don't.
you can still use Tides of
I'm,
Chaos.
I'm
if
gonna
you'd
use
like.
Tides of Chaos.
Give yourself advantage.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. Okay. So what was it? Plus 10. So 23.
All right, so 23, 18,
30.
30. Wow. Okay.
Stealthy.
21.
21.
26.
Fantastic. All right. So, under the cloak of the spell, you all managed to make your way through the corridor and past the ice troll. And you can see that as you move down the ramp, the empty ice floor of the chamber beyond has a most unexpected sight. A large shelter is seemingly built of scraps in the style of the tents used by desert nomads in Kalimshan, some 2,000 miles to the south. You can see what looks like flickering candlelight coming through the cracks of this makeshift shelter.
Is there a door or a way to get in?
Yeah, I mean, look, you can see that there's basically furs that cover a door that they're down.
Okay.
It's like you pull them aside and step inside.
Go check it out.
Yeah, let's go.
Sneak up or just
No,
walk
you should
in?
be stealthy and check it out.
I can sort of, I'll go ahead and sort of stealth it out, sneak it out.
Just like
All right. Yeah, I mean, you're
Fantastic.
still covered by your spell,
Okay,
so
so
you kind of go over there and
just
peek, and you
peek
pull
in.
it aside
Yeah.
slightly. You see that the interior of the shelter is filled with quite a lot of creature comforts. There is a small stove
Ooh.
inside, and you can, now that you see that, you can kind of see up above. There's obviously an exhaust pipe that comes out. There is several lamps burning all over the interior. There are carpets heaped on the floor in thick layers. Tapestries from multiple different cultures hanging from a sturdy frame of whale ribs. You can see there are books and scrolls stacked neatly on tables and reading stands made of hide and whalebone. The only furnishings of the shelter not made from sort of natural materials are the carpets and the tapestries, and a portable writing desk that appears to have been taken from a sailing ship. Additionally, you see seating at the writing desk is a female tiefling wearing a blazing crimson cloak over tailored furs. The cloak is fastened with a silver and ivory brooch bearing the design reminiscent of the stylized branching tree, the symbol of the Arcane Brotherhood. There are two kobold attendants standing nearby, glancing nervously between themselves and the tiefling, and they are just sort of sitting there huddled back and forth.
Okay, I'll turn back and sort of whisper, like, it's her. It's Maketh. She's in there.
This is the weirdest prison I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it's very strange, but
Is she working with the dragon, maybe?
how do you
Maybe.
should we knock? Do you knock on a fur? Do you-
You can just clear your throat.
No,
should
no.
we make ourselves seen?
The troll.
How far
Let's
away
go
is the troll?
inside and then.
About 20 feet away.
Oh,
Let-
that's
okay.
closer than I thought.
Well, I mean, Pass Without Trace is still on. Like, she'll probably see us, but we're...
Does it keep going, or is this just?
Yeah, there is another exit from this cave, again to the northwest.
He's sleeping.
Well, Um,
But if she yells, I'll wake up.
how big is the area that
Or
this,
if the
this
kobolds
shelter
yell.
is in?
This area is quite large. It is sort of wide but narrow. Looks like it is about 150 feet wide, but it's only about 45 feet. Sorry, it's about 145 feet or 145 feet wide, about 45 feet deep.
Could you? show what
Sure,
that would
yeah,
look like?
yeah.
Would it
It's
make-
just sort
I'm
of
having trouble.
Would it,
yeah. It's like
would it
this.
all make sense to like the exit we came through to like set a trap? So, because I can like,
Okay.
I can
And
spike
where is the little?
the area around the door. So like, if the
troll
If the
troll
troll
wakes
comes
up.
through.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a great idea if you
Okay,
have time.
I can. What I can do for now is I can spike growth. So for the next like 10 minutes, if spike growth by the door. So for the next 10 minutes, the guard wakes up. He comes through. He'll get damaged by, I don't know, like thorns and stuff that's camouflaged. Like ice, I guess now.
Yeah. So the spike
So-
growth would require your concentration, so that
Okay.
would probably take away your pass without trace.
Oh, okay.
If that
I
makes
think
a
we're.
difference to you.
I think we're okay.
Okay, we're good.
Alright.
Cool.
What's is there anything else at the other end of this?
Back this way?
Yeah.
It's just.
So I say let's see what's on the other side through this corridor, just so we can see what's over there
Sure.
before we confront her in case.
Okay.
Like a dozen trolls
Yeah.
on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
All right.
Just
All right,
sort
so
of-
you quickly scout out that other area
Scoutsy
beyond there.
scouts.
You can see there's another sort of wide, narrow area. 3 shelves stand in an otherwise empty cavern, cobbled together out of salvaged wood, whalebone, pieces of giant's armor, and even the frozen limbs of yetis. A number of scrolls, books, parchment, and folios are carefully arranged on the shelves, all bearing the markings of magical writing. Additionally, you can see that near the western end of the room, there's a 15-foot wide chute leading downwards.
Okay.
Now, why were we trying to find her?
She is apparently in possession of unique knowledge as to the nature of the Drakhorn, a
Okay.
artifact of
Nice.
draconic power.
Okay.
Do we have any
Well, this is
sense?
great, we
So
found
she's
her.
clearly a dragon aficionado. Do we have any sense of, like, would she be willing to help us? Like, what do we know about
Well,
her?
we were sent to find her. This was like
Yeah,
the
we
whole
weren't
reason.
sent to, like,
we,
capture her
traveled
or-
up to the stupid cold
Whoever
waters.
whoever sent us on this mission assumed she
Yeah,
was going
she
to
was
help
friendly.
us.
Okay. All right. Let's go say hi.
Yeah, that's sort of knock.
All right,
knock,
so you guys
knock.
push your way into the
Yeah.
shelter.
Yep.
All right.
Gently.
So the 5 of you make your way quietly into the shelter, letting the furs fall behind you as you do so. The kobolds look frightened as soon as you enter the room, and they kind of skitter back towards the back part of the shelter and begin jabbering at you in Draconic. And for those of you who speak Draconic, it is pretty much exactly what you would expect. They're kind of just barking at you like, get out of here, you shouldn't be in here, you shouldn't be in here, get out of here, get out of here.
Kobolds.
I'm gonna sneak back and
tiefling-
say, "Quiet, you."
The tiefling is sitting at the desk. She's got books laid out all over the desk, and she is writing. She doesn't even look up from her writing as the kobolds begin to bark at you. But after a few moments, she finally looks up at you all with an expression of pale disinterest and asks, "Have you come to save me or to kill me? Not that there will be much difference between the two."
My lady Maketh, we are here to save you. We are in search of knowledge about the Drakhorn, and we were told you could be in distress.
Is that so? Who told you this?
So
The person that
Yes.
contracted us back in Luskin. I forgot their name.
Half face? No, that's the.
No,
ship,
that was the ship owner.
It's just your
Dude.
benefactor back in
Benefactor.
Waterdeep. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Telling her this, she puts down her pen eventually and she says, "Well, if that is true, then perhaps we will be leaving soon. Then, yes.
Yes, we should go
Yeah, let's
immediately.
go.
Excellent.
Not at all because there's a fire.
Well then, if you will please help me carry out all of my accoutrements and all of the belongings of the host tower that Arathator has stolen, we can be on our way."
The host tower?
Yes. She gestures around and says, "Many of the writings in this tent are not the proper belongings of Arathator. They were stolen from my order,
Ooh.
as well as many of the scrolls and books in the other room.
and the sacred boat that we have.
Yes. And our boat, which is critical to all of our initiation rites." It has been in our possession for thousands of years.
For
Oh,
The
generations.
boat must not be harmed.
so awkward.
Right,
It is the
so-
only thing keeping the demons off of our plane. Oh, God.
What have we done?
All right, so actually that is where we're going to wrap up. We got a little bit of a short session this time due to some scheduling conflicts, but thank you all at home for watching. Thank the 5 of you for playing. We're going to be back actually next week instead of a 2-week delay because we want to get this all wrapped up and we're nearing the end of the adventure. So next week we'll be playing again, so tune in for the 4th and final session of the Rise of Tiamat live stream. Thanks for watching, thanks for playing, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Rodney.
Thanks, Rodney.
Thank you, Rodney.